Welcome back for another episode of the RADelaide Summit podcast. This week's episode, we cover chats with our special guest, Urethra Franklin. We swap breakaways for blues clubs and beam scooters. A flat DR2 is no match for Cashie's Norton time this week, and more. Come along for the ride.
Ruby opens up. Heyman is back. It's time to do the business.
Now, if you're new to the podcast and haven't listened before, each week we scour the Strava leaderboards, watching you do your efforts up Norton Summit and discuss them here on the podcast, whether you like it or not.
Watching you F up the intro.
Yeah. Now, there is a chance we might shame you, but we promise not to name you. And personally, the odds are higher that we'll probably just shame ourselves because we're not as fast as you.
No, tough guy this week.
This week I am. Now, look, at the end of the day, our goal is to encourage and celebrate everyone going up Adelaide's best hill climb, Norton Summit, and reaching their own goals. So with that, let's introduce ourselves. We are your summiters. Alex.
Hello.
Frankie.
Hello.
Kashi.
Ciao, ciao.
And special guest Nettie.
Hello.
And I am the flaccid Wang,
Wang.
apparently. Welcome, guys, and welcome listeners to another
read it out like Frankie normally does.
RADelaide Summit podcast.
Just another episode of you getting shit on.
It's a common theme. Fuck us all.
As always, we need to know what's been happening on or around the summit this week, guys. Kashi, we'll start with you.
Oh, yeah, just a bit of gym. What did I do this week? Yep.
Work, bit of dad life. That's it. Wang now.
Yep, went up Norton once. Bit of mountain biking, actually.
Really?
Yes.
You have a
I didn't know
mountain
that.
bike?
I do. Yeah, I got on the mountain bike 3 times this week. It was
Nice.
quite delicious. So I did all the climbs in between the main climbs. So Horsenals, what else have we got? Pioneer Women's, all that type of stuff, Chambers Gully. And then I ran yesterday. Ran Chambers Gully yesterday. It was a bit of fun.
Oh.
So
Riding yesterday.
Well,
I got a new bike. It's called the S5 SS. It's a single speed version.
I'm sorry, how do you have a single speed S5?
All people should know.
Oh, no!
Yes.
Did it come off for you as well?
Everything went.
Not the chain.
no, the DR2 went flat.
DO2 went
Oh,
flat.
okay.
Literally coming up Norton and everything stopped.
Oh, no.
I messaged Spine and I'm like, "Oi, I'll just do Norton," because I had the rear was still working at the time.
Yeah.
And then got to as you cross, what's that road? The first road at
Glenn
the
Stewart.
Glenn Stewart. And then nothing. So single speed for the rest of the time.
Oh, no.
It was good though.
No, thanks.
I was trying to
what'd
chase
you
this
do?
fucker. Like, what is it? 3 seconds off sub 14?
Is that your PB?
Nah,
That's pretty good.
I was fucked off.
Try
But yeah, bit of this, bit of dad duties, bit of gym, bit of work. Actually, work was pretty gnarly this week, in all seriousness. But it was good. Yeah, something different. Alex,
Yes.
what you got?
I was pretty quiet on the bike this week after
What
last
happened
week.
to your hand?
I'm getting to that if you're fucking impatient fuck. Jesus Christ.
Is it your
It's not
right
on the fucking
hand?
run sheet, is it?
Yeah, it is on the run. Anywho, before I was rudely interrupted, pretty quiet on the bike
fucking
after
bashing.
last week's shenanigans, just letting the body kind of rest. I did an easy roll yesterday, short one today, which confirmed that I definitely overindulged in a few quiet ones with Kashi last night. I'm going to call it a business meeting, maybe a bit of research. However, I must say that I'm pretty sure I worked out how to use the beam scooter launch control because we dusted you in the big banana. Gym Wednesday, heaps of travel for work. Broken heel by Monday, Tuesday, Mount Gambier by Friday. Sliced my hand open on the way home, and that's that.
Oh, it's not very exciting.
No.
I thought you said you fixed broken hill. It's fixed now?
It's just a hill.
Just a hill now.
Yep.
Okay, good. Very good. I'm proud of
What have
you.
you been doing, you peanut?
Look, it's just a copy-paste for me this week. So work this week
Did
again.
you really?
Yeah. Even work today,
You got
believe it
a
or
gold
not.
star or something, didn't you? Employee of the week?
Definitely not. That's something I've never got. Just
Hello, I am Wang. Your
casual
self-
20 hours this week, 7:30k. Supers yesterday. Kids sports back, so I had footy on Friday night. So
Selfish best.
yeah, that's about it for myself. Now I'm here with you fucks.
Yep. Right, Smiley.
Frankie, what's going on over there?
Not having a great time, everybody.
We can see that.
Yeah, I know.
Try and smile for us.
So my brother's in hospital at the moment,
sorry to
which
hear.
isn't great. So I guess for people that don't know, so my brother, as he was growing up, he had a stage 3 brain tumor.
Oof, heavy.
So he actually wasn't supposed to survive. And it was a very tough time, like growing up, for my parents especially. I think my parents like sheltered us a lot from all the stuff that happened. But I think as a result of that, they have a lot of PTSD, I think, around, you know, my brother in hospital and whatnot. So, I mean, he's in hospital at the moment for like a completely different reason. But I think just seeing him in the position that he's in at the moment, I won't reveal on a public platform what it is, because I just think it's up, you know, to my brother's personal information. But yeah, it's not very nice seeing him in this state, you know, with stuff coming out of his arms and all that kind of stuff. So I get really upset because I think my brother has been dealt like a really hard set of cards in his life.
Not good.
Sending him love, Frankie. We hope he's okay.
Thank you.
We're all here if you need us. Remember that.
And so I'm going to try my best to be my normal self, but it's, you know, like he's been unemployed for the last year because no one wants to give him a chance.
Yeah.
And now he's in hospital. And it's not really fair.
We'll send our thoughts to
I'm sorry.
him and yourself and your family.
Thank you. But I think, you know, like he's a strong boy and he has like a heart of gold, and ultimately I hope he will be fine. And I think it's just the situation I think is very stressful. So I'm sorry if I'm not myself.
Just chuck him.
I
some
will try
dick
to make
jokes
as
and you'll be
many
fine.
dick jokes as possible.
Thank you. Thank you. We weren't prepared. We don't have any tissues here. We normally have them for other reasons.
But yeah, so that's what's been happening for me this week, and I think that's probably going to be happening for a few weeks. But I'll keep you updated, maybe. I don't know. But I mean, in saying that, I was in the hospital this morning, and to pass the time, Daniel was actually the one that made the spreadsheet today. So
we've got a new podcast employee.
he's the one he's made all of the names.
Systems analyst. Maybe?
Yes, yeah. So
Shout out to you, Daniel.
he picked the hand pick today as well.
Is he a listener?
No. Why would he listen?
He better be now.
Why would he listen to his sister talk? I remember the first episode we recorded. I sent it to my brother, and then he was like, "Why would I listen to this shit if I don't want to listen to you normally?"
I like him already.
You got to give him a potty name now.
Oh man, but yeah. So that's me, guys.
Any bike riding this week from yourself? I did see some Strava uploads this week from you.
Yeah, I smashed everything else but bike riding. So I'm doing like
A bit of
weights, running, and swimming.
Good.
So yeah.
So-
Kudos to you for being open and vulnerable too, Frankie.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a very strong thing to do. Yeah.
That's a compliment. He's not being
I was going to
sarcastic.
say, are you going to be like, and you're a fucking dickhead or something?
Just putting it out there.
Thank you.
Not
Thank
yet.
you.
That's coming later.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to put this out there. So I don't know if there's anyone actually offering work, but I think when my brother recovers, he deserves a chance. Nobody's giving him a chance. So if anyone has work available that, you know.
Wang got a job.
Yeah, if Wang can
Your
get
brother
a job.
is going to be fine.
Mate, I do not know if you know, but I work for a somewhat small organisation. We'll take this offline.
Okay.
We're right.
All right.
Very small company.
Absolutely tiny. All right. Anyway, enough about me. Nettie. I mean, shit. Urethra Franklin. do you like that name?
It's very nice. Where did it come from? That's what I want to know.
Don't even know. I don't know, man. It's just the
came out.
universe. It did.
It's
Came
just
out
like
of
all
my
our names.
urethra. Wait, do I have one or is it man? Wait, I do
No.
have a urethra.
Oh God! How much can we let her off this episode?
We don't.
I have one, don't I? Okay,
Well, I
good.
hope so.
What have you been doing this week, Urethra Franklin?
Wow. Yes. No. Thanks, Frankie, for
I'm
sharing.
sorry.
By the way, you never know what people are going through, so it's always nice to check in on your friends and your family and make sure everybody's going all right. Because, yeah, there's some heavy stuff. I have been busy on my bike for once. So I know it's very exciting. I'm not very good at riding these days. I'm very busy doing other things, but I did the Smiling for Smitty tour of Tasmania. So it was Challenge Tasmania. It was 660k over 5 days. Oh my God, my voice. Please ignore. It breaks every now and then. I work too hard, that's why.
Tassie's pretty flat too, yeah?
Very flat.
Yeah, didn't like those hills, that's for sure.
Over the 6 days.
Oh, I told you this before. I don't like stats. I don't know. Don't look ahead. Don't look ahead. Just deal with it when it comes.
I have been told that you don't share any rides to Strava or anything like that. Is there a reason for that?
Only if I get a downhill record.
Oh,
I know. Can we do downhill, Norton? Because I'll do that.
okay.
I got my S5.
Yeah, didn't you? I heard the story about you getting that com on that day. Wasn't that riding back from your mum and dad's after on Boxing Day, wasn't it? Something like that.
I don't know.
That was a Norton downhill
If
com,
there's-
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what are your thoughts about downhill records if you can jump on a wheel and have some
Yeah,
help?
that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. As long as it's not
Because
motorized.
Lauren's got heaps of the chicks downhill comms because she's been on Jensen's wheel.
So
that's fine.
Right. Yes, I grew up chasing my younger brother to sassy swap-off rides early in the morning. And Edmondsons are typically late. So you either hold on or you get dropped. So, yes, that's...
So, charity ride, anything else?
Yep. So did 5 days down there, survived, actually enjoyed it because I had to actually train for it. And then it meant that I was on my bike a bit more and I finally got comfortable again and I am enjoying riding again. So this is
you
great
did some
news.
rides with a big banana leading up to it.
Yes, I know. Yep, red-faced by the end of it. Can't go up a hill next to her and not look like that afterwards. But yeah, then I came back and then it seems to be the week of charity rides, but the Ronald McDonald House, oh my God, my voice. The Ronald McDonald House Ride for Sick Kids was also on and they did 7 days, 1,000 kilometres, and it was their final day. And so I've been an ambassador with them since 2016, so couldn't do the whole thing with them, but I joined them for the final day. And that was really, really special. I think these things are just so amazing. You just meet the most amazing people and they're all raising amazing dollars for charity. So I always love doing those sorts of things, but other than that, just getting back into the swing of the sports management business. I've got Paradigm Shift Sports, little cheeky shout out.
To that, yeah.
I'm going to ask you
that.
questions. I did research, so I hope I didn't screw that up.
But yes, no, pleasantly burning the candle at both ends. That's what I'm doing.
Fun.
So you're not Ned Edmund from, like Kentucky on LinkedIn or some shit. I just thought about that then. Sorry. Some random shit like that.
Could be. Don't know. I think about it.
All right. Well, so we're no stranger to epic people in this podcast. So obviously for this week's episode, we've decided to hold you as a special guest, our magical Urethra Franklin.
Oh my God.
So for those who are playing at home and want
it away.
sorry, and want to try and guess who Urethra Franklin is, she is you're retired, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I researched that right. She's a retired professional cyclist who's had an incredibly successful career. Her achievements include holding 3 world titles, an Olympic bronze medal, 2 Commonwealth Game gold medals, and 16 national titles. That's a lot of titles, man. You can make a bathroom wall with it. All right. Anyway, welcome to the show. So I do want to ask you one question that's actually not on the sheet here because it's just come to my mind.
Going
There we go. Buckle up.
Classic.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So people look up to athletes, and I think people have this perception that being an athlete is really awesome, and it's just this amazing life to live. Do you think there's any over romanticized things that might be out there about being an elite athlete?
Yeah, well, there's a lot. It's a very challenging lifestyle. It depends what sport you go into, but in cycling, if you're a track rider, everyone has to move to Adelaide. So if you're like me, you're lucky, you get to have your family and friends here, but everyone else had to move, and a lot of people are quite young when they do that.
Yeah.
If you're a road rider, most of the racing's overseas in Europe, so people have to head over there and spend 7, 8, 9 months of the year away from home at a young age. So I think that's a very big challenge. I think if you're getting into the sport early, it's also dealing with your friends, going out, socialising, whilst you're trying to commit to goals and make certain sacrifices. just hard hours, hard work. But the thing is, if the journey wasn't worth it, then
There would be no
wouldn't do it.
elite athletes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got to. I think that was one of the major things I did learn. Like
Yeah.
when things went wrong in 2016 after this, the Olympic Games, when we went in as world record holders and world champions, we had a big crash beforehand, and then we didn't get the results we wanted. And I think that's what I learnt from that moment was that journey, was that last 4 years worth it? Given, like, with hindsight, had I known what the result I was going to get, and the answer was yes. So. Yeah, I think you got to look at all the other positives and all those other extra benefits that the sport can give you. So
Yeah. So for you then, sorry, I'm just going to go on my tangent. So what was it about your journey specifically that made it worth it, even though you didn't get the results that, let's say, you wanted? Because you were at 3 Olympic games, right? I know you won bronze in the first Olympics, but then your second one,
all downhill from there.
all down and all. So how did you keep
downhill?
how did you keep your motivation then with all the hard work that you had to put in, and what was it about your journey that made it so good to look back on?
I do love setting a goal and achieving it. I think that drive and finally getting to do that is amazing. But I think the travel, I loved seeing the world. Like that was probably one of the best things about the sport. It meant I could travel and I could meet some pretty amazing people and experience some pretty cool cultures. So I think those two things were the people that I met and the places I got to go. Yeah, I think they're the two highlights for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Thank
Short
you
and
very much. All right. Well, so a little bird has actually told me that you've set up your own business with its purpose designed to manage athletes into pro teams. So can we reveal what the name is?
Yes, I may have said it just before. Paradigm Shift Sports.
Yep. Okay. So can you just walk me through this business model that you have? Like, where does it come from and why did you make it?
I think towards the end of my career, I felt I was lacking something. So I feel like athletes, we have to focus on ourselves. It's a very selfish kind of thing. When I say being selfish, I think back to, say, family barbecues. And my brother, I've got an older brother, Chris Edmondson. So, we've said my name.
Oh, too bad.
Damn it. I'm not good at this. But my older brother has 3 young kids. So they'd be over having a barbecue. And then instead of me being really present, I'd be thinking, have I had enough carbs at this barbecue? Am I standing up too long? Do I need to sit down because I've got a big track session tomorrow morning? Like,
holy.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like a very...
I can see the sound man nodding. He knows.
Yeah. So because it's all about those, it's the small gains that all add up. So... I feel like towards the end of my career, I was feeling a bit like something was missing. And so that's why I felt that I had learnt so much from this sport. I'd made all these connections and I really wanted to be able to give back. And so by starting up a sports management business and being able to help guide some of these younger ones through the mistakes that I made and try and kind of help them navigate them and fast track through the process, it's just meant that I get to do 2 for 1. I get to kind of live through them. And if they achieve success, then I succeed too. So yeah, it's if it works, we're 1 year in and it's alive. Yeah. So if we become successful, it'll be a dream.
Well, I mean, that's the way you start a business, right? You identify a gap in the market, which you've obviously done. Is there anything else out there like this that exists in Australia that you know of?
No, not in Australia. There is a female sports manager from Britain, but she does a range of, so she does some athletes and she does some media personalities. Yep. So we're the only female cycling specific sports management business. Yeah. But some of the male agents are starting to come across and take some of the youngsters.
Fuck off, me.
I know, exactly. Stay away. But it's great though, because it means that athletes are finally getting paid. Yeah. So they need this representation to help navigate, because before it used to be, here's 10 grand or here's $0. Which one do you choose? Yeah. So we didn't need agents back in the day. So now it's a good problem. But the ones at the top are getting paid well with the Women's World Tour minimum wage. So that's currently 53,000 euros, which is incredible.
That's a lot of burritos, man.
It is. It is.
And with guacamole.
What's that equate to Australian 53?
Almost, probably like 80 grand.
80?
Yeah.
Okay, that's decent. Yeah.
But the group below, there is no minimum. So some are getting paid 0. I think I saw a survey, 82% is still 0.
Especially if you ride for that team. That
$86,000.
86, that's decent. There's that
Yeah, it's
women's
pretty
team
good.
that's not paying their riders at the moment. That
Yes, I may have some athletes in that team, which has kept me up at night.
Yeah, there's an Australian girl in that team, isn't there?
Australian, Kiwi. We have a Kiwi.
Okay, I thought it was an Australian girl in there as well.
Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah. So
Kane Richards is missus.
there's two,
Isn't it?
actually.
Oh, Danny
Danny
Francisco.
Different. Yeah, and Lizzie.
Yeah.
Stannard. Yeah, so it's a very stressful phase at the moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't talk too much, but we're working really, really hard behind the scenes to try and change a few things. So there's a few rules that we're having to jump through and hopefully alter to get our girls I don't know, a better solution, shall we say.
Okay.
Well, it's really good to see that you're obviously you've been inspired from your own experience, and you want to help people based on the challenges that you faced. So I guess, can you tell us what you actually provide in your business? Like, what will you do for someone that wants to come to you?
Yeah, so I think I was a bit ambitious in my first year. So I was like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this and this and this. So I wanted to do contract management. I wanted to do sponsorship management. And then I also wanted to create a mentorship program.
Yeah.
Because I do think that COVID has meant that our athletes have been left a bit behind. We weren't able to race. The rest of the world continued racing. And so I felt like, how do we close this gap?
Yep.
And I thought that that's through mentorship. So if we can get recently retired athletes or current athletes or people in business to even pair up with athletes and mentor them and try and help guide them and teach them things, and I think it could fast track that process. So that's a goal. I want to achieve something like that. I also found it really hard to do the sponsorship stuff. Whilst we're kind of building, I thought it would be easier, but obviously COVID has been hard times for everyone. So that was harder than I was expecting, but we did do the contract stuff. So we got, I think, 95% of our girls a contract that wanted them, which was exciting. And when I say we, I'm working with a girl called Lisa. Oh my God, my voice. Lisa Jones. She's a British lawyer. Yes, so I'm not very good at contracts, so that is not my forte. So I partnered up with a girl. She's 30. She's from Britain. She's been working as a associate lawyer for a while with a major sports firm and wanted to give back to women's cycling as well, which is really cool. She lives in Andorra. And then I've also got another lady called Camilla. She's Colombian. She runs Esteban Chavez's charity. So she's a bit of a guru with business. And so
Fun for Chavez.
Yep. And she's based in Andorra. And then I have an amazing lady called Lauren Alt, who's also trying to help with sponsorships back in Oz. So we've got a bit of a team. But yeah, we only managed to really focus on the management stuff. And then this year we're trying to really push the sponsorship and then create this mentorship and potentially scholarship program. So aiming high, but
Are you saying female athletes can come to you like seeking out sponsorship or seeking out help with their training plans or stuff like that? Or
so at the moment we have got a few athletes, and probably don't want to take too many on at the moment. I want to do a good job first. Yeah. But maybe the goal is to be able to create a scholarship program so we can help feed some athletes or give them opportunities to get to Europe because it's so hard. If you're an 18-year-old, you're really good and talented here. It's so hard to get the attention of the European teams without money to get there. So a lot of the teams want to see the girls in Europe racing to take a chance. So whether we can somehow assist that. So that's coming, hopefully.
Yes, and you need privilege for that, don't you?
Or somebody who's got
money,
or
cash
sugar
going on.
daddy.
And
Sugar daddy.
I got plenty of those. No, I don't. Yeah, and it's hard as an 18-year-old. Like, where are you going to get all that cash from? You just finished school. Like, I had no money when I was 18. So if you're wanting to be a professional cyclist and travel overseas, exactly, where are you going to get money from? Unless you use daddy's credit card. But yeah.
Well, it's not just cycling from experience. It is entertainment, any type of entertainment, right? Whether it be elite sports, musicians,
music.
acting. Yeah, like we had nothing and we went over there and not to make it about me, but to give you that same thing. You're a dispensable commodity and you need to be in the right place at the right time.
Can we reveal to the listeners? No? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So you've just got to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And we put all of our money up.
Yeah.
We fronted everything.
Yeah.
We were working part-time and touring and everything like that. And it's like...
And you still don't know.
Yeah, and you still don't know.
It's a risk,
and then that's the same thing with And like no one's going to be looking at the Tuesday night Norwood, but you're not going to be like, Johnny Longlegs got bloody first
New
place.
20-minute power play,
I know,
mate.
right? Like they're not looking at that. Like you've got to, and you're right to your point. We need something like that you're setting up to get these peeps over there, so they can
Or even some
put up a
spotlight
show.
or something.
Yeah, like so.
Yeah, we're quite
love
lucky.
it.
We have the T-Bridge Lane and then also ARA who are offering these pathways
So
for
good.
athletes. It makes such a
Yeah,
difference. So
epic.
they're going over for two months of the year and giving these girls a chance.
Yes.
But yeah, whether we can
Chance.
I'm from South Australia.
The
Queen's English.
It's
Chance.
I do, man. What are you
You're
talking about?
France.
I'm okay being a convict. It's fine.
What did you do last
I
night?
came from
Oh my
East.
God.
What?
What did you do last night?
Corrected by the convict.
I went for a dance
Or a
and a
dance.
chance.
Is it Lego or Lego?
It's Lego. What the fuck are you talking about?
Fucking not. It's Lego.
Why do you
Lego.
all of a sudden
I'm-
turn
I'm
Italian?
actually with you
It's
on
a
this one.
Lego. It's
Lego.
Lego, isn't it? Sorry, audio Joe. Thank you.
Anyway,
Theberton.
The Barton.
It is. You know what? That's what I did when I first moved here. It was the Barton.
See, so Soundman and Kashi are both from
places.
Queensland.
Yes.
And they're just fucked.
By fucked you mean legends.
I went to the Big Rocking Horse in Gumarachera.
Oh, good. I love Gumarachera.
I've heard of Gumaraka.
Gumaraka.
Yeah.
I did say
Yeah.
Gumaracha the first. Yeah.
Jesus
We went out
Christ.
to Googa Street last night.
We did. Yeah, Guga. I love bloody Guga.
What were you doing
Street.
on Goodger Street?
I don't know.
Eating chibacha,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I have one last question for you before the boys can start. Before the boys can start asking what your favourite group set is.
Oh my God.
So one last thing is we started talking about it's challenging for athletes to go overseas on their own accord and all that kind of stuff. So have you had any challenges that you face currently with setting up your management company?
A lot.
Anything
Yes,
you want
it's
to
very
reveal
hard.
on a public platform?
Oh God. No. No, I think it's just I think you have I think things that take a lot longer in the business world. As an athlete, you're like, this is what I want to do and this is when I'm going to achieve it. Whereas with this, you're like, you have a good meeting with a sponsor and they're like, oh, that went really well. Yeah, we love what you have to say. And all right, let's meet in 3 months' time. And I was like, what?
What the hell?
The time is now. The athlete needs it now. So I'm very impatient and I find that very frustrating. And then I know, when you know how much that means to the athlete as well, you've got them on your shoulders too. So I think that's been the biggest pain.
Yeah.
But, oh, well.
Thank you. Oh, actually,
What about
I do
the last
have.
question? You got one more
Yeah, I've
question
got
here.
one more
I think this is
question,
one of the
actually.
better ones.
So we spoke.
They're all good.
We were talking about how you went to three Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the first one you won bronze.
Yeah. Where's this going? Uh-oh.
So my research. So please correct me if I'm wrong. So
You're wrong.
you were supposedly supposed to retire, right? But then the world shat itself. So which meant that
Supposedly supposed to retire.
No, what? Oh, anyway. Don't look at the run sheet. So the world shit itself,
Yep.
which meant the Olympics were delayed,
Yep.
which meant that I guess your goalposts were then shifted out by a year. And I feel like being as you said, elite athlete, there's a lot of pressure and work that goes into it. And, you're in the mindset where
Love
you're about to
talking with hands.
retire. So how did you refocus, especially, fuck you guys, they're making Italian hand signs.
It is a good question. Continue.
How did you refocus, especially with the additional complexities of being able to retire and then, being told, oh shit, it's going to be delayed by a year?
Well, I didn't actually know that I wanted to retire until they got postponed.
Right. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon. No, I think it just I think I just knew then. I was like, I think that's why it hit so hard because I think I was subconsciously counting down the days and the sessions. There were a few particular sessions that I was like, oh, only 2 more of these, only 2 more of these. Like 4 months to go, you've done most of the hard work. We'd been around the world racing so hard, and then it was just like, that final chunk.
Yeah.
So then when it got postponed, it was just like, yeah. You can't even describe it. Like now what? Like now we have to do all that again.
So what did you do?
I took a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, what's the point riding my bike tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, what's our next race? Who knows? So, Kel and I, we went for a week break, went to the York Peninsula and just had some space and just went to the beach, fresh air. And I think I'm glad we did that because then COVID really hit and then we got locked down. So so we just escaped for a bit. And then we sat with our coaches and came up with a bit of a plan. And because there was so much uncertainty, they were just like, take your time, do what you need to do. And they kind of gave us a lot of flexibility with time and training. And they just gave us some hours to do and we could make it work as we liked. So it might be 15 hours this week, then 19 hours, then easier week or And so that was really, really good.
Almost Wayne's week.
Speaking of, segue real quick.
Yeah.
What was the hardest session or
That I'm speaking of right now that
what was what was the one session where you're like, fuck, like I've got to get this out of the way. Like
The beep test.
What's the hardest? What was the hardest for you?
It depended. I think when we were really in the thick of things with the track block and we were super, super fatigued and then we still had to go out there and perform and do these crazy times on the track and you do it in this horrible aerodynamic position where you can't see anything and you're pushing yourself to the extreme and you're surrounded by teammates who are incredibly strong. So if you're having an average day, they will it makes your life hell.
Very vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. And then with the timing board, and it's like you got to keep on the greens, and it's like it starts to drip into the reds, and then you're giving it 100% to try and bring it back up into the greens, but it's staying in the reds. It's like those. I think there were some of those sessions that were really, really, really hard to get through.
Sorry, what the fuck? Reds and greens. What are
slower and faster than what you're supposed to be doing?
Oh, I mean, I get that.
Yes,
but so
on the
what
track.
so you're
Above
going in
and below.
circles.
Okay, so we're talking about team shooting on the track. Yeah, this
Remember,
is
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I got into a little bit of a tunnel. So we're on a track. There's 4 people on each side of the track in the race.
Yep.
Called the team shoot. It's 4Ks, 4 people. Everyone's aerodynamics working together to get the fastest time possible.
Yeah.
And so smooth is fast. You want to get out there, get up to pace, and then you want to hold that pace.
Yeah.
And then to know what pace you're doing, you can have a coach next to the track. And in the old days, they would walk the track, which means if he takes a step closer towards you, when you go past, there's a line on the track. And if he's closer towards you, it means that you are slow. So,
but that assumes that he has the same pace. Or sorry, he or she has the same. Oh,
he's got a timer. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that means you're slower, and you need to pick it up again because you need him to be standing on the line the whole time.
Okay.
But if you're going too fast, he'll step the other direction. So, and then you already know that one step is say 0.1 of a second.
Yeah,
so you know just how much. So if he's 10 steps up, you need to really change that pace.
Yeah.
But now he has a board. So the Aussies use a board. It doesn't matter. Some countries. That's true. Yeah.
Look at that. We're calling ourselves out on our own patriarchal bullshit. All right, continue.
I only have had a male coach. I promise not.
That's fair.
But yeah, so most countries do have the board now. So it's color coded. So you don't have to
think so hard.
Yeah, because the positions are so aerodynamic now that it's actually really hard to know where the line is and where he is and her, she. So then if you just see a flash of color,
The coach.
Yes, where the coach is.
Deck the balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you go past, you see a flash of colour, so it's
easier. Your brain can be like, oh yes, okay. Well, thank you for that.
Educated, Frankie.
I am. I learned a thing, and you don't have brakes too. Amazing. Remember?
Yeah, exactly. And you're sitting 10 centimeters behind the wheel at 60k an hour.
That's crazy.
It's a little bit crazy, but those were the hard sessions. The hard sessions when you're groveling, you're already tired, and you have to really get those really high power.
Ugh.
Yeah, fun.
No thanks. All right, boys. Guess what? It's your turn. I finished.
Now we're into the fun questions.
God.
The non-serious stuff.
Straight for the throat.
Just go straight for the zinger. Good.
Oh no!
Nah, we'll leave that one. The best till last.
All right. Well, what age did you actually get into cycling? How did that come about?
How is that a fun question?
It's a fun question. Building you up.
At what age did I get into cycling? 12. I went through a talent search program. So
they all come out from the talent search.
I know. Well, why would you ride a bike?
Yeah, actually, that's fair.
not something that everyone does.
So true.
No, so I was a normal child. I played soccer, basketball, volleyball. I think cycling's not that big in Australia, but we are working on it. But I was in school in the Adelaide Hills.
Yep.
St John's Grammar. And then, in year 7, they came to my school and they did some physical testing. Yeah. You look like you've got nice thighs.
That's potentially problematic to its year 7.
Couldn't say that these days.
Yeah, exactly. But no, so height, weight, arm span, how fast you can run, how high you can jump, how far you can throw a ball. We did the beep test. Yep.
I'm actually
Audio
offended.
Joe's favourite.
What?
I remember
They
the
came to your
people
school
coming
and
to my
didn't talk
school
to
and
you?
they said nothing. What's wrong with me?
I reckon I was spot on there.
Have you seen my thighs? I am cut from God himself.
Weren't you originally targeted as a sprint cyclist?
They weren't specific, to be honest, but I did go down that pathway. And I think that I went down that pathway because there was a gap in Australia.
In your thighs?
Yes. There was a genuine thigh gap. Not mine. Did not have it happen to me, unfortunately.
Oh my God. Are we going to edit that out?
No, we're not. Why would we edit that?
After talking about cottage cheese last week, why would we edit this out?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair call.
Well, you are speaking to Urethra Franklin.
That's fair. Continue. Sorry. Continue.
Well, I think that, we just didn't have many junior sprint cyclists. So I think I started going down that path and I started to win some national titles.
16 of them. What is it? Sorry, what is a national title? What does that mean?
The title you win at a national.
Australian champion.
So you go to the Australian National Championships, and if you win the race, you're the best in Australia.
And how long does that last for?
What
Is it like is it 12 months?
Forever, really.
Wait, so you've been cycling for like 16 years?
Oh, no, there's lots and lots of races.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so on the track.
Oh, so multiple different titles.
Yeah.
So you hold the title for a race.
So she doesn't just win cycling.
I thought I've got 16 national
And I was
titles.
like, I love that was the thing that you stood out in the introduction. You're like, oh my God, national champion.
I was like, in my head, I was like, hang on, a national title. National title. Sorry.
Right, Manna, she's got the team's pursuit, she's got the points race, she's got the scratch race, she's got the
And I'm like,
bloody-
how are you,
the other
57?
race.
Yes, and they're all under 15s.
Scooter race.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah. No, but okay, to be fair, on the road, there's one world champion. So there's one race on the road race.
Which one's that? Is that Warrnambool to Melbourne? No. Sorry, Melbourne to Warrnambool.
The world championship.
Oh, wow.
So that's when all
Is
the,
that Tour de France?
so all the best in Australia will go and race the best in Copenhagen, Denmark. The best.
Like Expo.
all the
No,
different countries come together.
And what's the one big race?
The World
World
Championship.
So
Where
this-
is it?
everywhere.
Just everywhere. Oh,
Glasgow
okay.
this year.
So last year they
Okay.
were in Australia.
So there's one world title
Yep.
for the road,
Yep.
and then you won 15 national titles
On the track.
everywhere else on the track.
So on the track, and
Yes.
there's lots
So
of
there's
different things. There's
multiple
long
events. There's
distance,
like
short distance.
6 or 7,
Yeah.
8 different events on the track.
Okay, and they don't happen once a year. There was multiple.
No,
Yeah,
they do
once a
happen
year.
once a year.
What the fuck?
But like Spino's saying, I was a track sprinter, so that meant that I would probably do a 500 meter time trial or the cat and mouse,
okay.
or
And a Kieran.
but then I
Yeah.
swap over to endurance, and then I could do the team pursuit, the points race, the scratch race, the
Okay.
omnium. Yeah,
I'm following.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're a swimmer, you could win the national title in breaststroke and butterfly.
Yeah, it's exactly
Yeah.
the same.
Guys,
Same, but different.
Yeah.
it's here.
I have
Welcome, welcome to the
Except
podcast.
have
swimming's
to learn.
got fucking way too many events and
76
cycling doesn't have
million.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they all
okay.
got cut from the Olympics.
Because in my head, I'm like, oh, you're riding bikes, so it's like one thing, you
No,
know?
not
Yeah, well,
quite.
let's keep thinking that way. It sounds good.
But yeah, good work.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
Education 101.
Anyone listening to this, I'm not this dumb in real life. Actually, I am.
This is real life, mate.
Yep.
What would you say your greatest achievement on the bike is? Obviously, we've discussed some of them and just educated Frankie with some of them. What would you say your greatest one is?
I do love that Olympic medal. I think that was very, very special.
Where is it now? Is it hanging somewhere?
I know.
Where-
I don't really know.
Everyone says that.
In a box somewhere.
Every elite cyclist says they don't know where they are.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut in.
This is also a part of the problem, isn't it? Because you're too busy. Once that's done, you focus on the next thing.
Next
so
year.
you don't actually spend enough time in the present enjoying it and reflecting. And I think that sometimes creates a average mindset in that you're never satisfied.
You never finish.
Wow.
Whoa. Shit, that's all good.
Sorry. I do every day.
By yourself.
And then I feel good.
Jesus.
Sweet baby cheeses.
Alex is like, make it stop.
Taking me back to last night. There was a method for this.
What happened last night?
He finished.
By himself.
So what are we talking about?
Greatest achievement was a medal. What's the worst day on the bike?
But I also want to say,
Yes.
team pursuit world record was amazing.
Is that still held at the moment?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Gone.
Yeah.
But
Got beaten
it was
in.
with my teammates.
That's
and
cute.
we'd been, through like so many days, ups and downs, highs and lows, like came second and third every single year. And then we finally did it in 2015 and we did it in world record pace. And we didn't actually know we did it in world record pace for about 3 laps. So we were
Wow.
celebrating going, yes, we finally did it. And then we look at the board and it said world record. And it was just like, oh my God. And we
That's
did another 3
amazing.
laps. So I think that being able to stand on that podium and share that moment was, unbelievable.
Well, it's interesting because I thought cycling would have been quite an individual sport just from like looking outside in, but it seems to be very dependent on like your team and how everybody is feeling, I guess. Is that
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
it's a team time trial. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that
super
makes
serious.
sense.
We've
Depends
been
which event
through
you do.
this.
If you do the individual pursuit, it's rather individual.
That would make sense because
Is
it's
that
got
on a
individual.
soloist?
I think when you get more into it, then you realise how much of a team sport it is, apart from the team time trial and apart from the
Individual
time trials and stuff. Everything else is without
Super
a team,
team
you're
tactical, isn't
basically
it? Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Absolutely. And that's why exposure and cameras on the pelotons and stuff like that, it just makes such a difference because you can actually see who's doing work when and because a lot of the work is done and you might be looking at a result sheet and it says someone DNF'd, but then when you ask them, they go, oh, actually I did my job. My job was the first 100K. I did this and this and this. I helped my team.
Yeah.
I set them up. They went and they won the race, but I didn't finish because I was outside the time limit because I gave my all for the team. So yeah.
Yeah,
almost like a
spare a
self-
thought for those spare sods doing the first 100Ks of Flanders right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck that.
It's a lot of sacrifice, really. Like you are,
100%.
You're
Yeah.
sacrificing yourself and your wins and gains for the sake of someone else. Actually, sorry, this is so off topic.
No.
But what dictates who does what?
You did say.
I was scared when he started to say dick. I was like, what is
I'm
going
almost
on?
there.
We've got our first dick joke.
No. So no, seriously, what fuck?
What dick do you fuck?
Dictates who does what in a race? Is it depending on how people feel on the day, or is it just a whole lead up to you're doing this, you're doing that?
Usually a team is chosen based on a combination of riders. So you have a few people that will say it's a hilly race. You might have a few people that are coming in as workers and they're told what their job is, and then you can be fast and within the race they know, okay, once this breakaway goes, that's my job to cover this. And then you might have somebody who can do a bit more in the middle of the race, and then you've got the ones that might win that final sprint. So it's a combination, and then usually the team management do some pre-planning as to who will come out there on the day.
So what I'm hearing is like a beehive. You have the queen bee, you've got the workers and the drones,
That's
and everyone has their
exactly what it is.
role.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Like
it.
that.
queen of metaphors.
Look at all these knowledge bombs today.
know,
love it.
right?
You get it next week, you'll be like, oh, that bloody national title. And you'll be like, was it the points race? Was it the...
No,
what-
I-
How
what-
many square
No.
meters of national tiles you want?
Yeah. National title. Terrazzo.
National time.
Worst day on the bike.
Yes.
Worst day.
Was it when you fell off?
I fell off a lot of times. Which day were you thinking of?
The when you crashed or fell off the team pursuit on the Rio Olympics before your race.
To be honest, I didn't fall off.
No, okay. it was
All
someone
my
else.
teammates did though, which just doesn't help when you need 4 people to race.
Mm.
That was pretty grim.
Okay. But was that your worst day?
My worst day was actually as an under 17. I would say it just traumatizes me. I hunger flattered the first time, and it was just I didn't understand food.
Hunger flattered? What does that mean?
Really?
Oh,
Frankie?
hunger. Oh, not enough food. Yeah, sorry.
Frankie,
no,
you've
food.
hunger flattered all the time.
Yeah,
I know.
You
you take a
bar.
muesli
Yeah,
bar.
that's
for
fair.
100 Ks.
Sorry, continue. I thought it was like Hungarian salami or something.
There is a Hungarian hall. It's-
But hunger, they're two separate words. I thought they were one word. Continue.
Hunger flat.
Okay.
So-
Dictate.
bonk. I don't know what other words. Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah.
So hunger flattered.
Hit the
bonked.
wall.
Yep.
Bonk.
Hit
Yep.
the wall. Yep. I went out to a team time trial in the middle of nowhere. I think maybe it was around the range. And there were two of us in a team time trial as under 17s, and we went out there, did the race, and then I think it was like a sausage sizzle afterwards, and I think I had a sausage sizzle. And then my friend lives in Balhanna, and we were, as juniors, we're like, yeah, let's all ride back to Balhanna. So we just rode, did all that, and I think it was like the longest day. I reckon it was 88K from memory, but I hunger flatted halfway, and I didn't know what was going on.
You feel like you're going to die.
Yeah.
You do.
Exactly.
When you
I
get
couldn't
it the
hold the
very
wheel.
first time, you just...
Yeah. And then someone was like to push me down the hill.
Oh no,
It was
I've had that
horrible.
happen.
Horrible, horrible, horrible. And still scarred. That was the
Wow.
worst day on the bike, I reckon.
Holy shit.
Nice.
So kids, eat your sausages.
Yeah. There we go. It's here.
Hey, look.
It's ramping up.
You do you know? Yeah.
Addicted.
I
to
already.
sausage.
Fuck. You
Do we-
suit the podcast.
I know that you don't
know, I
ride
should be happy
that
about
much these days, but you're enjoying it now, which is great. Do you have a favorite bike, or have you had a favorite bike?
Oh, yeah. My
Don't say
S5.
it.
My S5.
I swear.
Unlike you, I
everyone-
have multiple gears.
Touche.
Because she
Touche.
charges her batteries.
In her bike.
Never
Charges her
forget
VI2.
to charge. Yeah. Yep. No, I love it. It's fast. It's mean. It's a
They
machine.
Are good. They
Yes.
are good. What about
Moff Diver will be happy with that.
What group sets on it?
Shimano.
delicious? Do you have a favorite pro kit?
Tricky.
This is a bit of a quick fire questions. These ones, so
Pro kit. I don't know. Does it have to be current or past?
no, whatever.
whatever.
You do you.
It could be
Yeah.
future.
What about
Actually, no. Speaking of that, though, there's that
There's a really-
Instagram page that what's it called?
Swift.
No. Oh fuck!
There's a
Can't remember what
really
it's
cool
called.
kit
They
that's
just-
come out called
they-
Paradigm Shift Sports Kit. It's got PSS across the front.
Future.
Piss. What did you say? Oh.
Yeah, it's true.
Piss comes out your urethra. Is that right?
This is perfect. That's where the names come from. No, but seriously, it's PSS. It catches.
I've got this. I've got this.
Is this not a splash? It's
No, I'm seeing your kid and like this animated urethra on the front.
Oh my god! So many good ideas.
Shit.
Yeah.
She's crying again, but it's different tears.
Oh my god!
Tears of laughter.
Just splashes on the.
Oh god.
Aside from the kit, what's
Yes.
your favourite pro
Or
kit?
I reckon Canyon Tram actually have had some pretty good ones over the years.
cool.
I actually do like them, yeah.
Yeah, I actually really like all of them. They had maybe a couple of years ago was a really cool one. It was a bit more watermelony. Then there was also one with like lightning strikes.
I did like that. Was it like black with the...
Yeah. No, they do them very well.
Favourite pre-ride meal now that you're back on the bike?
I always do the same.
Yeah.
Big bowl of.
Big bowl or big bowl?
She has a big ball.
I love big bowls. Of oats. Big bowl of
Big bowl of
oats
oats.
with granola on top, yogurt, has to be a Chobani, 0% fat with extra protein, milk,
Wow.
honey, and then strawberries.
Amazing.
Jesus.
Do you know,
That's
I
150 grams of carbs.
that's very specific.
That's big for a female. My size.
Do you know, I didn't actually, because when I first started cycling, I remember my friend, String Bean, he would tell me, make sure you eat oats before you race. And so I was taking everything that he said as like word of law. And I didn't know what people did with oats. So what I did, I just put,
Where do I put these?
In your urethra.
that's problematic. I put the
Same
oats
place you
in a
used to put the
pan,
parsley.
just raw oats. And I toasted them. Oh my God. And then I put honey on it and then I ate
Oh
it.
God.
That's
like the Weet-Bix challenge.
We spoke about this and you burnt all the carbs out of them.
Did I?
Yeah.
Is that what
I feel
happened?
like
Just a bit dry.
You've done the opposite. You've made them drier.
But it actually tasted really good. And then I started putting like chocolate in it and it just defeated the purpose.
Wow.
Anyway.
A really dry muesli bar.
All right, what about the opposite end of the scale, a cheat meal?
A cheat meal. I actually had one about 3 hours ago in the middle of the night.
Wait, in the middle of the night?
Lord of the
3 hours
Fries.
ago.
Lord of the Fries.
Well, it doesn't. It's not specific. A big juicy burger.
Yeah, okay. Chicken or beef burger? She loves the beef. Beef?
Yeah.
Cheese?
Amen.
Chipotle?
Yeah.
Whatever's
Keep it coming. Everything with a lot.
Pineapple and beetroot.
Oh, fried egg?
Yes.
You know what? Do you want to get a
Yes.
burger with me sometime?
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Speaking of,
Legit
speaking
though.
of burgers, we'll just quickly go to this one.
Yeah.
Zinger burger.
Zinger burger, good or bad?
Good.
I love you.
Thank
you.
He just
Always.
made his day.
Yeah. Definitely.
Always. If my cheat meal's a burger, I cannot say no.
Thank you very much for that answer.
Thank you.
Made me happy.
Take it away, boss.
Alrighty. So
For the listeners who haven't listened for a while, what are your cheat meals? I really want to know this now.
mine's just, I have a zinger
Okay.
3 or 4 times a week.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Cashy? You had yours just today.
really get
I do
burgers.
like a good burger, but my favourite is just pizza at home. Fucking love it.
Yeah.
Go to. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's right. I delivered it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Park.
Frankie?
Dick? No. No. Do you like that? No hesitations.
Yeah.
Kidding. That's not a cheat meal. That's anyway.
It's a meal.
That's just a snack.
You don't want a snack.
I really like anything carbs, so pizzas, burgers, chips. I can't give you a solidified answer. Wait, is it solid? Solid. It just depends on the alignment of the stars and what I vibe.
So not oats, toasted.
no,
toasted.
absolutely not.
I
Alex?
would literally eat like $8 worth of hot chips.
Yeah.
$8
Just
specifically.
with chicken salt.
Like a
Not
family
9 though.
serves, like it's the biggest bag of chips you could get from, say, Chicken Chef. I will eat the whole thing on my own.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chippies.
Chippies.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Yeah.
Just plain with
That's it.
salt.
Or cold pizza like the following day.
Do you know what?
Yep.
Yes.
With pineapple.
But you put the pizza in on a pan and you heat it up.
We
with
need
it.
to add that question.
cold.
No, you can't.
Pineapple on pizza?
Yes.
Yes.
But also-
otherwise our extra would kill you when she comes alternate weekend. Yeah.
What?
Has to be pineapple on pizza. You said yes.
Like, yeah.
Not necessarily.
No? Okay.
But I will disagree with you both. Pizza's better fresh out the oven.
Yeah, okay.
It's good, but it's better than the next
Nah.
day. Yeah.
Nah.
No, you can say
Hell
that
no.
about curries.
Once the cheese is already solidified,
Yeah, I know.
solidified.
Yeah, thank you.
KFC used to do a burger
chilled?
with pineapple on it, and they took it off the menu.
Yeah, because it's fucking shit.
No, fuck off. Yeah, the Works burger, correct. They don't do it
You
anymore.
know too much.
Fucking bring it back.
Times me.
You should just bring a little tin with you when you go through the drive-thru.
Give it to them. Put that in there while you're making it.
Here's this from last week. I opened it.
Yeah.
There's 3 pieces left.
You know, I dare you to do it, film yourself, and then we'll post it on the podcast page.
Doing what?
Go to KFC, give him pineapple, and see if they put it
okay.
on the burger for you. That's a challenge.
So
All
there we
right.
go.
Wang?
Yes. So let's jump right into it. The main reason why we exist is let's see who's been spinning up the summit this week and check out the times for the folks that may have been giving us a show. Maybe the fast guys, it may be the slower ones, it may even be the ones in between. But like we said, we'll dive into their rides and data a little more robustly, and we'll see who and what has caught Frankie's eyes on the leaderboard and some ham.
It's not me, it's my brother. Shout out Daniel.
Oh, Daniel. Good work, mate. And yes, for some fun times and fun analysis.
Urethra Franklin.
Well,
Take us through the man and woman fastest of the week.
so the top male of the week was Colossal Wang.
Who's that fuck?
Colossal Wang, whoever the hell that is.
Yeah, flag it.
What did he do?
He did a time of 13:17.
It's a fair way off his PB.
Yeah, so his PB is 11:23, so he was down 17%.
Did he crack 400 watts?
Shut up, Alex.
No. 399.
Fucking punch you.
399 and only 133 Ks ridden as well for that ride, so
Only.
he can do better.
How about the top woman for the week?
Getting grilled.
Queen Victoria
Very
took
nice.
out the overall honours this week with a time of 15:35. She was 2% slower than her personal best, which is a time of 15:13.
Jeez, spicy.
Yeah, so she did this with an average watts of 281.
She's got big numbers, she does.
Big
I don't know
numbers.
if I know just
Total
You
ride
do.
length,
You do.
115
what ride does she
kilometres.
normally do?
Fuck, that's big. All right. So fastest men. Oh, sorry, not fastest men. I'm talk shit. This is from the 19-minute
That was me.
bracket. So, should point out that my brother thought it'd be funny to pay himself out a little bit. So there's got a bit of a theme happening here in the name. So we have the kinky sphincter, who's done a 19:05 on a 54-kilometer ride. So they had a really low heart rate of 139 beats per minute, with a PB of 17:42. We then have Portaloo, who has done a 19:07 on a 70-kilometer ride. They were 13% behind their PB of 16:52.
No power at all.
No power, just 171 beats per minute.
He's working.
Then we have Tossed Broccolini, who's been on the podcast before. They did a 19:09 on a 71-kilometer ride, 25% behind their PB. So I think they just must be chilling. Then we have the Calcium Clump. Fucking hell. What? Daniel, what are you doing?
He's a good lad, this boy.
Yeah, I was going to
What
say,
do
he's
you
got a
rate?
nice bike too.
Makes a good coffee too.
Has done a 19:12 on a 35-kilometer ride.
Targeted.
So was it targeted?
I don't know.
I'm all about the targeted.
You're all about the target, then, are you?
March the 29th. When was that?
We have rated, what is that?
28th.
Rated Posturepedic, 19:12 on a 70-kilometer ride.
Your brother just looking at the mattress or something.
I was going to say, was he watching TV?
He's got one name here that I can see, and that's what was on the table. So when Cashy reads it out, he's going to know exactly what it is.
I'm glad it wasn't a Portaloo.
All right.
What do we got? We got the fastest woman from the 20-minute bracket, I reckon.
Yep.
First off the ranks, we've got Big Squid with a 20:13. Her PB's 18, so I reckon she's just chilling with a 156 heart rate. 93k ride, not bad. Very well done. Second off the rank, we've got another Wahooligan.
It's been a
Welcome
while.
back, yes.
She's too busy modelling lately. She's picked up a modelling contract.
Yeah, we can see from that red 46% off her PB. There's a
How's her PB?
Holy shit.
She cracked 14 minutes, Cashy.
oh
Wow.
My 14, I do have a 13 something PB. I just didn't crack it this week. 5 seconds, killing my will to live. Motherfucker. 48k ride. Again, welcome back with 202 average watts. So well done. Third off the ranks, we got Pure Spring Water 600ml bottle. Not the 1.25. Okay. That's okay.
That's all. Apparently, that's all he can drink. That's all he's had for the last 4 days.
Disgusting.
I know.
With a 20:32 21k ride. That's what I like to see. Targeted. Love it. 164 beats per minute. So just, yeah, she's working. Well done. We've got Crash McGavin. Oof. With, look at this. Sorry, you guys can't see that. Sorry. 20:37 PB, 20:33.
Oh.
Tried harder.
Man, no, we don't have any metrics, but she went on a 40k ride, 48k ride. So, come on. That's yeah, bugger. Anyway, last but not least, we have vegan greens and amphetamines.
Hey, it's been a while.
I reckon she is well tapping with a 21:37, 71k ride, 162 beats a minute. So that's pretty, she's chilling. Just enjoying the sunshine, I reckon. 29th.
I love vegan greens and amphetamines. She's so nice. Yeah.
And you've got us a handpick for this week.
Yes.
I do.
Why did we get a handpick?
So
why
the-
this particular person?
This
He was
particular
the first
person,
loser this week.
first loser. What do you mean?
He was the second quickest for the week.
Oh, haha.
You're really
Yes.
upset that you haven't been up top for a while, aren't you?
I've been on top more than you.
Oh my god! That was good. That was good. How does that feel, Alex?
Stop looking at me like that, you fucking weirdo.
So I put Strava in front of my brother and I was like, hey, like I pick someone each week for whatever reason. So guess what? It's your turn. So he was having a look at everyone. And the reason why he picked this person is because my brother thought that the watts that this person did was very high
It's
and it reminded
MMKR.
him of a light bulb. So
Yeah, so Mr. Consistent has done 427 average watts.
yeah.
427 for a 13.20.
His name is very appropriate. He is consistently
Yeah, he
around
always
that
should-
time and that
yeah.
every week.
Yeah.
I saw them the other day, actually. They were pacing him and another bloke, and there was another guy up the road waiting for them to take over.
They're pacing him, are they?
Yeah.
Ah,
Switch
right.
back,
See, I don't need paces.
I did see that, yeah. It was on like lap number 17 or something. I was going up Norton Summit, and they went
On your journey.
on my journey.
Yeah.
My journey. Good work.
I do like
Alright.
Mr. Consistent's personal best time of 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's actually so true. 12:34.
Awesome.
All right. Well, recapping the week of cycling. So the Adelaide Hills Cookie Club has a April Fox Creek
Are we gonna do
Hill
this?
Road race.
Fox Creek Road Race again?
Yeah,
Why
why
not?
not? When is it?
16th of April.
That's not next week, the
Couple
week
Sundays
after.
away.
Yeah, we'll do it
I've
again.
never actually done it.
Are you only rode out?
I rode out because I was
Rode
sick.
out
Yeah.
with us. That's right.
Anyway,
Yeah, let's
carry
go.
on.
All right, we've got the Oz Cycling SA Tuesday the 4th and Wednesday the 5th. We've got at the Adelaide Superdrome for the sprint and power sprint,
Power sprint.
advanced junior endurance training. Apparently also we have Inside Line Mountain Bike Club on the 14th of April, which is a Friday. We've got World Champs fundraising shuttles at Fox Creek. So apparently we're trying to raise funds for someone called Kale. That is a lettuce. No, that's a
Kale is
spinach.
K-A-L-E.
Anyway. Oh, yeah, it is. To the World Champs in Scotland.
Yeah.
So how are they going to raise funds? What are they doing?
I think you've either got to pay to enter and do the shuttles, or you can actually just donate through Entry Boss as well.
Should we do a little story at some point?
We can possibly do that.
Yeah, we do a little story.
Yeah, all right, we'll do a story.
Watch the
Yeah.
socials. Yeah, that's good. Especially with mountain bikes, there's not that much
Exposure.
knowledge. There's not much funding and stuff that
Yeah.
goes into it. So
Yeah.
Get amongst it.
Get
Yeah,
amongst it.
send it.
Then we have the SA Masters Games, which is Thursday 20th of April through to Sunday the 23rd in the Copper Coast with over
Wallaroo.
30 sports on offer over 4 days. Wang. Guess what? Your turn to
Ladies,
read.
gentlemen, boys, girls, all creatures in between, and Frankie, if you enjoyed yourself,
What does that mean I am?
You're Frankie.
Non-binary.
Not in
If
between.
you have enjoyed yourself, chuck us a follow through your favourite podcast app or access all our episodes through the YouTube as well. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon. Ding! And don't forget to tell all your friends and share it with everyone.
That's right. We're also all over the socials, give you updates, info, and let you know where new episodes are out, along with other podcast news and information. And if you want to support the podcast, head to our Buy Me a Coffee page. And if you donate, we will give you a shout out on the podcast the following week.
And we would also love your feedback, whether it be constructive. Yes. And to know your thoughts, so hit us up and let's have a chat through our Instagram and Facebook pages, and or shoot them through to the ye old fashioned RADelaide Summit.
Or Wang's
at
phone
Gmail.
number 041196.
372 Northeast Road. So RADelaide Summit at gmail.com. And with that,
Before we go, next week is a long weekend, so we're having a week off.
Yes.
Happy Easter,
Yes.
everyone. Yeah.
And the
I
weather's
love
gonna be
Jesus. I love
fucking
getting
shit.
nailed to the cross.
Oh my God.
So we will
But-
see you out on the summer.
in saying that, be safe during Easter on
Yes.
the roads, because there's a lot of
Malaccas.
And rain.
Yes, it is going to be very rainy. It's going to be wet.
be safe,
Yeah.
be seen,
Yeah.
as much as that's
Disastrous.
cliche.
That's it.
All right, bye,
Thanks.
everybody.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao, bye, ciao, bye.